Hey guys, Second here bringing on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we got the stage of the new Intensifying Fights event today. I actually misread when I first saw the data download this morning and thought it was one of the many events coming out tomorrow, and then literally while I was recording the video that went up earlier summarizing the data download, realized the fact that it was actually already out. So we are going to jump in and do this one. So this is the event, as I said in the previous video, or as you guys know if you've done the previous stages, where there's always a condition that you have to meet in order to change the way the fight progresses towards the end, right? So stage 5, I wonder if we can see the info from here. I guess we have to go into the team bit, don't we? But stage 5, we can click on the information here, and we can see as you go down, Intensifying Fight Stage 5, effective category power absorption, factor that decides which opponent you will face, whether the enemy is defeated within the first 3 turns of Phase 2. So you've got to beat Phase 2 within 3 turns, and the missions are beat the stage, defeat GOTENKS in Phase 3, so assumingly if you beat stage 2 within 3 turns, you're going to fight GOTENKS. And then the last mission is use 6 power absorption characters. So we're going to try and get all the missions done in one go here. We're going to jump in. I've put this power absorption team together. I didn't want to use the new Buhan because I know a lot of people won't have summoned for him. So if you don't have him, then I don't like to do these videos where it's like, here's how you can beat all the missions, and then I use the brand new summonable character that people aren't going to have. I mean, we could use a Buhan friend, although it's suggesting this one, so I don't know whether... I mean, everyone is on power absorption. What is his extra 30% Buhan? Artificial life forms or uncontrollable power? That should be everyone, yeah, because all Boos are artificial life forms, and Cell is, right? Should be, yeah. So... maybe just because the physical Buhan has higher stats or something, but yeah, there's all the Boos there. But do we have any decent? We've got a 90% one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because obviously if you don't have Buhan, you can still use a Buhan friend. This one is a guest, so guests will show up, right, even if you don't have any Buhans on your friends list. You can't use any items, but yeah, let's just go ahead and jump straight in and see how we get on. So we're fighting, it seems, Margin Vegeta first, so that's interesting. I don't have a slot 1 unit on this rotation though, awkwardly. Well, I mean, I guess you have guard on the first turn. Cell also has 665k HP on the first turn. Do we just do that and take the risk that Cell tanks in slot 1? I mean, I guess as long as he doesn't immediately super in slot 1, we should be fine. We'll see. Get some Rainbow Walls to Mr. Boo. I mean, Intensifying Fights is an event that doesn't normally have the same sort of difficulty as, the final stage of a red zone or anything. So, potentially I am overestimating the damage. I could probably just bring up the event here, actually, because now that it's live in-game, all of the stats and everything will be in the files. I can just bring up the page on Dokkan Info, and we can actually see exactly what is going on here. So stage 5. So yeah, Margin Vegeta, his super attack. Oh, his super attack is an AoE, so it does hit everyone, but it does 250k. So I mean, as long as everyone on the rotation has at least 250k defense, he's just going to do double-digit damage to everybody with his super attack, which is fine. So yeah, that's not too bad. So we don't have to worry. We don't really have to worry too much against Vegeta. Obviously, characters who aren't good against AoEs is one thing, but I mean, a lot of those characters, especially now, if you're running 200% leader skill teams and stuff, probably going to have over 250k HP at the start of the turn. Physical units, obviously, will take more, so they could be in a tricky spot. But then, yeah, his normal attacks only do 100k. So yeah, this is definitely not a super difficult, super end game event. So, I mean, I think what we should probably do here is we just use this straight away, right? Because we're going to only have a limited number of turns to do Phase 2. And we want to get some stacks in here with this guy. Although the enemy doesn't really have a lot of HP. So he's probably just going to get, maybe 2 supers off here if we're lucky. And then that'll be it. So, yeah, let's keep you here for now. And then do this. Because, yeah, if friend Buhan or Super Boo now, yeah, will he even get a second super? How much HP does this Margin Vegeta have? 27 million. That's not a lot. yeah, he's dead. One super for Super Boo. Alright, so the next phase is we've got Int Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So this is the one that determines who we fight at the end. So we have to try and defeat the stage within 3 turns. So let's go ahead and... we can't get a lot of ki for Cell, which is unfortunate. But we'll do that. Yeah, Cell got 764k start of turn. So we'll do this, get a full 24 ki for you, get the Super for Boo. I bought Super Boo because I figured if the secret mission was you're fighting GOTENKS, I figured we'd be fighting Boo Saga characters, which means AGL Super Boo gets guaranteed guard in these fights. So obviously any other Boo characters, I think the Boo team is probably one of the best ways to go if the mission is power absorption. Obviously Cell has the temporary buff, like pre-anniversary, so that makes him good to use for this as well. On the off chance that we did get caught fired by like a big super or something, then we could always get his transformation and full heal potentially. But what are Goku's stats? Goku's super does 325k. Is that so? It's not basically not until you get to potentially GOTENKS that we're starting to talk about super attacks that actually do like 1,000,000 damage. Because yeah, I think we are going to straight up here with the additional from Super Boo. We're just going to straight up one turn this fight. Power absorption is the... okay, he didn't get a crit on the additional, so he didn't kill him. But that was one turn. So now Super Boo's going to get one more stack, and then the domain's going to end. So yeah, Friend Buhan's definitely a good way to go, because obviously by getting the domain, it's buffing the entire team. So obviously we just blast through these phases nice and easy. You don't need to have Buhan. I'm using the physical LR as the friend because as the leader because he is a much older unit. I have Int Fat Boo on the team, so if you don't have him, he's been back a couple of times now. He is back on the banner tomorrow if you are summoning and you wanted to wait. But like he's already done anything in this run, so it's not like having him on the team is why we're going to win here. Like definitely a lower difficulty level event, which is good. It's nice to get these every now and then. I would like a combination of this kind of thing with like a red zone level difficulty, right? Or like a blue zone, now that we have that, where you have these specific things it wants you to do in order to fight, like the specific last boss. I would like to see them do more of that stuff, definitely. But yeah, GOTENKS can super for just over 1,000,000. So, I mean, even then, that's not that bad. Because how much defense do you have start of turn? 247k. We don't have a full margin power rotation, though. You only need one. So he's got 40% damage reduction. That immediately would drop that super attack down to 60. There's no margin power enemies. So yeah, he actually has 70% damage reduction. I forget how good Tech Boo is defensively. Tech Evil Boo. So yeah, he's immediately dropping GOTENKS' super down to like 300k. So he barely takes any damage even if he does get hit. So we'll go ahead and transform you just so you can get big bad bosses up with Cell. And then, yeah, nice and straightforward. We'll go ahead and do that. Grab those and then get a couple of int orbs for Cell. GOTENKS has 48 million HP. So not exactly crazy. I knew we dodged the normal eat the super, but he's at 22k. So, as you can see, this event, not particularly difficult. Now, power absorption is the bonus category, so I'm assuming that in a similar fashion to Easy A's, like if you bring a non-power absorption team, you're going to be doing less damage and taking more damage. But, I mean, first of all, one of the missions is to do it with a power absorption team. So, as long as you can make a full 6-unit power absorption team, then that's the way you want to go. I do wonder how easily, like, you know, you think about how crazy, like, the Broly team is and stuff like that, even though they're not a power absorption team. I wonder how easily that team would destroy this stage. Maybe we could try that at the end here, because there's going to be a fairly quick run, I think. Like, we've basically done half of his HP in one turn, and by the time Cell attacks, we probably will be around that sort of mark, right? Cell dropping a 10 mil here for his 12 key super. He doesn't really synergize that well with the team. I just thought we'd throw him on here since he is one of the boosted units. And obviously he is a older character that a lot more people are going to have. Super Boo still has his guard, so we might as well let him be in slot 1. And then he'll get hit and get the attack buff. And then Buhan's got his post transformation and domain buffs. So between Super Boo and Buhan, we should just finish off GOTENKS here, I think. Yeah, 23 million attack stat for AGL Super Boo. decent damage. Then we get the additional normal. Okay. Tank the normals here, nice and easy. And then Friend Tech Buhan, 90% is at 13 million with the first super here. So if he doesn't finish him off, Int Boo hasn't done a lot and hasn't stacked a lot. So I was going to say, if Buhan doesn't finish him off, Int Boo hopefully would, even though he doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. But there you go. Like, clearly very straightforward. Not a very long run at all. And we plow through this with the uncontrollable, I almost said uncontrollable power, the power absorption team. And let's see, that should be all the missions done. Looking at the stats, if you don't beat Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku within 3 turns, you then fight Tech Gohan, the SSR of like the good old stacker boy that everyone loves, Tech Gohan. But it's the SSR art. He only does 475k with his super, and he has a 43 million HP. Gotenks had 48. So if you somehow don't beat Goku in 3 turns, you would fight Tech Gohan. But there you go. That's all the missions cleared in one go. Nice and easy. A stone for beating the stage, 15 stones for beating the mission. I am very tempted to see. The Broly team is like an extreme example because it's one of the best teams in the game. But if we were to jump in with a team that isn't power absorption, and then let's see what kind of damage and so on we are doing and taking here. But again, one of the missions is to do power absorption. So unless you just don't, like, you can't make a power absorption team like of 6 units because you don't have the units yourself, then there's no real reason why you shouldn't just do it with a power absorption team, right? So you get 3 rainbow orbs for you, gives everyone a nice buff. Because that's the thing, some of these units are so ridiculously strong. I mean, Tech Broly's not going to be taking damage from really anything anyway. It doesn't matter if, like, there's a specialized category or not. With Majin Vegeta only doing, like, 100k normals, there's no way Tech Broly is taking damage from him. And then, yeah, LR Tech Broly one-shots him with his super. So, somehow I don't think the... the specialist category is something that is necessarily important. Because we'll go ahead and use Broly's active skill here against Goku. Gives uncontrollable power the massive buff. How much is this going to do to him? Yeah, there's like 2 of his bars done already. And then we can just do Janemba in slot 1. Let him get a little bit of build up here. And then we've got Broly in slot 2 and AGL Broly in slot 3. I have a funny feeling that AGL Broly won't actually get a chance to attack. So Janemba dodges the super, dodges the follow-up. Only at 5.5 to start off with. I mean, Janemba, not a great rotation, Janemba and Int Broly. They're going to have, what, Fierce Battle and Legendary Power? I think that's probably it. But Janemba with no build-up. I mean, you can see the difference as he starts to build up. Even his, like, next super, which is the 12 key, did a higher attack stat than the 18 key as his passive starts to build up here. And then the friend Int Broly is going to do 21. I love that Tech Broly just absolutely one-shotting Majin Vegeta in that first turn. But yeah, big damage from the Int Broly. Only did the 1 super. I guess, to be fair, as good as Int Broly is, that was always my one, like, nitpick with him on release, is that he doesn't have, like, built-in additionals and stuff. So he can do that 1 super. But to be fair, with everything else he does, it's not a huge criticism, right, that he doesn't have built-in additionals as well. But yeah, I mean, this is just going to be GG for Gotenks, right? Because now we transform you. And then we just have double Tech Broly rotation. There's not a lot of key, though, for the Easy A one, unfortunately. But then we just go ahead and do this. This is Cell Max's first turn. So he has guard. Tech Broly, obviously a tanky beast. So yeah, you don't have to use a power absorption team to actually beat the event. But it is one of the missions. So I think it's going to be fairly straightforward, unless you really are lacking in the power absorption characters department, for people to just go ahead and do what we did here for the first run and just use a power absorption team. Yeah, Broly takes double digit. I mean, not surprising, right? Even without being on the category. So any of your top tier teams, like Kamehameha, Majin Buu Saga, Reps of Universe 7, like, should be easy enough to get through this and beat the second phase in 3 turns and fight Gotenks. So I guess the only thing is, if your power absorption team options are quite weak, so you can beat the stage, but you can't, like, beat the Goku in 3 turns, then as you can see from this run, you can just come back with another team. Doesn't even have to be a power absorption team, and get it done. So Matt's going to actually get an additional super. There we go. So he should finish him off with just one turn GOTENKS. So yeah, there you go. That is the new stage of the Intensifying Fights event. Very straightforward. Let me know how you guys got on. What team build did you use? Did you use power absorption? Get all the missions done in one go? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.